Hey guys, so I'm giving you preview of my DNA results. So this came back pretty comprehensive. It's a huge packet of paper and information here. Very thorough, but 43 pages. If you take a look at it, summary, table of contents, how to use, but muscle performance, fat loss with exercise, aerobic potential, injury, recovery, dietary carbohydrates, dietary fat, body weight, weight regain, appetite, addictive tendencies, bitter taste, cholesterol response, inflammation, lactose, caffeine, alcohol, vitamin A, D, E, B6, folate, B12, my genetic results, glycemic load, fats and oils. So a lot of cool stuff in here. Let's just take a look at this. So this is summary results. This nutrition and fitness genetics report is your personalized owner's manual on how your body responds to diet and exercise based on your unique genetic profile. By following the recommendations found in this report and working with your body instead of against it, you will better be able to maximize the results you see from your diet and lifestyle choices, helping you achieve the results you've always dreamed of. So let's take a look at this. So inflammation. It says, because of my genetic makeup, I'm at increased risk of inflammation. I need to eat cold water fatty fish such as salmon, albacore tuna, lake trout twice a week. Consider using an omega-3 supplement, which I do, so cool. Limit my intake of sugar and fried foods, which I do, cool. So according to this, I'm doing what I should be doing according to the genes in my body. Vitamin A. So it says I'm meeting the standard requirements there. Let's go down. So we have B6, vitamin D. It says for my body type or my genetic makeup, I have slightly reduced levels expected for my body type. So it gives you the breakdown of all of this stuff. Now, if you get over here to muscle performance, it says that according to my genetic makeup, I may need to increase the intensity and change up my routine for maximum calorie burn. Boost performance and metabolism by cross-training, high volume training, and high intensity interval training, which is cool. That's what I do. So what I am doing is working for me. This may not be true for somebody else. Fat loss with exercise. Again, bursts of cardio to increase strength training. Try doing air squats because we love them, or jumping rope between resistance set. Okay. Let's see, body weight. More susceptible to obesity. Can't even say that word. Exercising more rigorously will reduce your appetite more than exercising moderately or gently. So add bursts of high intensity by jumping rope, training on incline, which I just talked about that the other day, or power walking up a hill. So again, these are things that I do. So I have found, in addition to my supplements that I was already taking, right? This type of workout is working for me. That's why I see results. Maybe if you are doing the exact same thing, you're not seeing the results because maybe your genetic makeup requires something different. Let's see, impulsive eating. Normal risk of impulsive tendencies and addictive behaviors. Genetics do not increase your risk. However, you are still susceptible to other factors, including stress. So it goes through bitter taste, weight regain, eat small, frequent meals, and avoid very low calorie restriction diets because your body is likely to go into a starvation mode and lower its metabolic rate. Pretty cool stuff, guys. So going on, dietary carbohydrates, dietary fats, blank page. Talks about how to use this report. Muscle performance, and this is going to get really scientific here, but a sprint gene, it's ACTN3. Okay, these are the codes that is used. It's a protein found exclusively in a fast twitch, which is a type 2 muscle fiber. This is the type of muscle fiber used to generate explosive movements required for speed and power activities. Although this type of muscle fiber is capable of generating more force at a high velocity, it is more susceptible to fatigue. A shift towards more efficient oxidative metabolism may underlie a selective advantage impaired by a polymorphism that turns the ACTN3 gene off. Anyway, I'm not going to read all this to you, but basically, again, a mixture of the burst training, you're looking at power training, hurdling, karate, gymnastics, wrestling, things that I'm not going to do, but, I will modify, the way that I can do it in a fitness facility. So it talks a little bit more. I have good endurance. Fat loss with exercise, so that was on the first page there. My body can tend to be less efficient. So it talks about my personal guidance and what it would suggest. It talks about the gene they tested for this, so it's giving you backup information on that FTO gene, the fat gene. My aerobic potential says right here, interval training with gradually increasing intensity, length, and number of rounds will improve my endurance. Talks about the genes that it tests for that. Talks about injury, increased risk, and what gene it tested. So particularly for my age, I want to be aware of that. Recovery. Delayed onset muscle soreness is something that I would experience. So I have very slow recovery. And, what do I do for that? Talks about the difference between being sore and feeling pain. Now it gets into the diet. So that was the exercise part. And a lot of people were curious about the diet. Well, here it talks about carbohydrates. And it says, for you, it's not about eating low carb, which I say this all the time. I'm not a no carb girl. I'm not a no carb girl. I don't believe in keto and no carb. I don't believe in keto and no carb diets. But that works for me. Maybe that's not true for you guys. So it's kind of cool to see. It breaks down right there, the calorie per day diet. Dietary carbohydrates, a little bit more explanation, and gives you examples of what you could eat for breakfast. Pretty cool. Dietary fats, very important to pay attention to proper ratio of different types of fats. Eat more foods with olive oil and less soybean and sunflower, which is pretty much what I do. And again, breaks it down into why. Here, if I can get over here, it lists all the dietary fats and the differences between them. Okay. Body weight. Okay, so be cautious. I'm susceptible to obesity. Need to be sure that I'm hydrated. So that's why I drink tons of water. So I need to be cautious of this. This is a BMI index chart, and which is cool to have. So for me, I'm in the normal range, which is cool. I'm in the yellow. So it's right where I need to be. Talks about the fat gene that it tested right there. Body weight regain, and I need to be very cautious. So eating smaller meals frequently, so it doesn't go into starvation mode. So again, when I do my nutrition workshops, this is what I teach, is to eat 5 small meals every 2 to 3 hours. This works for me. Appetite. Be sure to wait at least 20 minutes before going up for seconds, because your brain responds slowly to signals from your stomach. I think my brain responds slowly, period. Impulsive eating. I'm at normal risk, thank goodness, for my addictive behaviors. Bitter taste. It's my taste perceptions. I should use lemons, limes, herbs, spices. Talks about cholesterol and response in here. And I'm just going to go through the rest of these pretty. So inflammation, again, I'm at high risk, so omegas are huge for me. I always take omegas, and I have for the past 3.5 years, so I'm doing that right. Lactose intolerant, nope. So I can enjoy all of that fun stuff. Low sensitivity to caffeine. So it says I can drink 4 cups a day, so 400 milligrams. Cool. So my energy drinks are fine with that. Less likely to experience alcohol flush. You should adhere to standard guidelines. I'm a wuss when it comes to drinking, so no issue there. So it gets into the vitamins: vitamin A, vitamin D, E, B6, folate, B12, and then my genetic results. And then it breaks it all down. So I'm not going to bore you with all that. And then this is appendix, and it's pretty cool. So the glycemic load chart explains, if I can show you, angel food cake prepared from a mix, serving size, calories. So you get all of this detail in the back, and it's to help you out, right, for meal planning, right? So anyway, guys, that in a nutshell, that in a nutshell is the DNA. That's what you get. So you have options. If this is something that interests you, it's an investment. But I tell you what, if you're spinning your wheels and you're spending a lot of money on all these different fat loss, weight programs, and, you know, I put you on, you know, Advocare programs and 24-day challenges that give you exercise, that give you workouts, and if you're still having issues with it, this might be a really good investment. You know what? There's options to get in. The cost of this is $249. That's a retail cost. You get your DNA kit, you'll get these results, and then you get a $100 voucher that will be used towards your supplements. So basically you would get your supplements for free. So take that for what it's worth. There are other options that will get you a higher discounted rate and more products. You can send me a message if that interests you. But that's what it is, guys. Pretty freaking cool.